So my second question would be about improvement and self-growth. So it's my first semester and we're doing like scenes over and over again, back to back, and sometimes you just like feel stuck and frustrated because there's something missing or something not feeling right and you can't point it out. So I was just like wondering, in that situation, should I just like keep working on it, or maybe like step aside and then take a look later at it, or who do I ask for advice? Do I ask friends or family? Because I know it's just like a tricky situation because friends and family always
don't ask friends and family. We'll just cut that out. No friends and family, right? They're just too hooked up to you. How well you do it matters in the wrong way to them. They have a need for you to either be good or a need for you not to be good, depending on the relationship. So don't start there. Teachers. That's why you find a teacher, a coach, a mentor. That's who you go to. And if you have one person like that, you're in great shape. If you have two, you're completely blessed, right? One or two people is probably enough, right? Get feedback and then do what they tell you to do. Right. The same way the onus is on you, or the onus is on them to really see you clearly and give you good advice, and like not self-serving advice. Right. So that's on them, is to really serve you, not themselves. The onus is on you is then do what they say. Is to take that to heart, repeat back maybe when you get feedback. Say, so are you suggesting that I need to work on it this way? Because you'll also see these weird habits where you'll repeat it back not the way they said it, and they'll go, no, that's not what I meant, and so you can clear through some of the ways that we defend ourselves, right, our habits. So I would repeat it back to them in terms of what they're asking of you, right? That's in terms of getting feedback. It's very important. Excuse me. The other side of it, though, is this idea of sort of being stuck and what to do when you're stuck. And I don't know your instrument very well yet. Like, I don't totally know you in terms of, the fact that you're German tells me, I would usually say to most Germans, back off, right? Because they just want to like drive through it, and just work through it. And if I don't stop working, I will solve this problem, right? And working hard is great and really, really valuable, but you do need some time for reflection. However, I'm sitting here with you, so not just any German, right? But from feel, I'd say, I don't know, I think you have reflection. I think you live in a constant state of like reflection. You look like it's always kind of like, what's happening there? How's that? Like you're always kind of in touch, living in that space, right? So actually for you, I'm going to give the counter-German argument. I'm going to actually say, stay at it. Keep working at it, right? Because like any new skill, like if you learn to ski, right? Have you ever skied?
Yeah,
back in the day. Like if I put you out to ski now, especially if I gave you a run that wasn't so easy, you'd fall. Do you stop skiing? No, like you got to get down the mountains. You got to get up, ski, fall. Get up, ski, fall. Get up, ski, fall. You're going to fall a lot. It's why it's easier to teach people skiing when they're really little, because they don't get scared of falling. They don't break their bones so much when they're little. They're kind of springy, little kids. And they haven't learned like that's really going to hurt. As they get older, we get more cautious. So, but you expect to fall. You're learning to ski. Like no one goes, I can't believe I fell when I was learning to ski. Same thing in acting, right? You're going to hit things, and it's not going to make sense, and it'll work once. Actually, for you, most people, what happens is something will happen one time, and they'll go, "This is great," and the next time nothing, and that's where frustration sets in. Not from getting nothing at all, but from it working one time and then never again, right? So stick to your process. You're pretty new into it. Work, but don't work mindlessly. Know what you are working on, right? Yeah. Like when you're working on a scene, what are you actually working on in the scene? Give me an example.
So we are doing proof. It's the scene between Catherine and Claire, where Claire wants to decided to sell the house.
Yeah, of course.
So that famous scene. So I was like working on different kind of things.
Right.
So, but as you said, so of course the father figure, and then the personal belongings like the notebook, and then also the relationship to my sister. Yeah. So it's just like a lot of things, and some did work really well for me, but then the others don't.
Right.
And
for right now, right now, given where you are 10 weeks in or whatever it is, I think that's actually too much. It's too many things, right? Yeah. It's like I'm not going to pick up a basketball and go, okay, let me see if I can dribble through, switch hands, cross over, step back, jump, and hit a jump shot. Like, it's just too much. One thing. First, can I stand still and put the ball in the hoop? Then can I dribble? Can I do the dribbling? Like, build the skills individually, right? So I would suggest for you that having all those elements is fine to be aware of them, but only work to build. For right now, build one of them. Right? It's I used to work in a lot of restaurants growing up, and I could carry a lot of plates. I could put plates all down my arms and do that. But the thing is, once you get too many of them, one too many plate, and I don't just drop the one, right? Once you drop one, they all fall, right? You don't just drop one thing. So when you're trying to juggle too many activities, too many elements, you will tend to drop them all. So what I would do instead is go slow, pick which of those is strongest for you. The Father. Start with that. Just start with the Father and see, can I do that and make that full. And remember, this isn't thinking about. This is like belief. This is experience. It should be in you, not just oh yeah, my Father, but like ow, exactly, like oh the apartment, like the house, it should touch you. This is because it's not abstract, it's not general. Dad. It's like it's something that can be known, specific. 2 words, right, for us: personal and specific. Those are the 2 rules you must follow at all times. Right? Even if what you're working on is imaginary, meaning it doesn't exist and it never existed. Personal, specific. Right? So that's where I would work on that until it hurts. You know what I mean? Like, work on that until you can't work on it anymore. And let the strongest thing get full and full and full. Then add a second thing in. After the first one is solid, right? Then you're juggling one ball, and now see if we can do a second, right? And bring that in. Doesn't mean you can't have a little something for the notebook, know what it is, a little, but I wouldn't give it much energy. I'd really focus on one place that you can feed from, that you can touch and balance yourself with, right? And then let that carry you in the beginning. Eventually, you'll want all those things, but by the time you want all of them, many of them will become effortless, right? And you haven't reached effortless. I can see that. I can see effortless hasn't hit yet. So that's what I think in terms of getting stuck. Right now, you're new. Stay at it. You'll learn it. Things will respond differently, and in a way, you are not trying to be a great actress in class yet. Don't worry about that. You're trying to build a skill. So think of it more like lifting weights in the gym. Lifting weights in the gym is not competing in the Olympics. It's making stronger muscles for when you go to the Olympics. So right now, just get the muscles, your concentration muscle really, really strong, and then the relaxation muscle. Because on the one hand, you look relaxed, right? Like, see, everyone you can look. She's like, she looks relaxed. She's like, she doesn't look all time like that. But tension is going, it's all over the place in you. So just because you look mellow, right, or you don't look agitated, doesn't mean that you have freedom in your body, right? All the stuff in the arm, the legs going. Actually, your stomach actually is pulling. The chin pulls a little bit, jaw around the eyes. Tension's all over the place. All right, I can't see your back, but I can guess that it's in there. Probably lower back actually for you. So hips. So it's not just the appearance of see, I'm right here. I'm just relaxed. No, I'm not. I intentionally, by the way, tensed 8 different things. My hand, my whole arm, jaw, all the way into the chest. Because I put that look on my face, it's as if I'm relaxed. Not true. You've got to actually relax the muscles, right? That's a skill you can build. The more you build those, you'll see you'll metabolize these moments and you'll move through them and improve.
Yeah, it's probably what a lot of students do. They just get impatient.
Yeah.
But it's a process.
Yeah.
And
that process is not going to look pretty. All right. It's good. It's good to remind yourself of that.
Yeah.
It's not going to look nice, that process. My dad used to say, he said, we're not putting on plays, right? Well, when we're working on material is we're doing surgery on plays. It's not pretty. You know, you don't go into surgery and go, what the hell happened? Why all the blood? Because you're doing surgery.
Yeah.
Why is it so messy? Surgery. There's a scar. Surgery. Right? Like we are opening something up and starting to heal, cure, right? But don't expect it to be graceful. And you look like you have an expectation that things will look graceful, smooth, predictable.
I mean, I know it's not, but
we'd like it to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta let go of the fantasy of that, and know that like it's, you know, it's gonna be confused. You know, drool coming out of your mouth, snot coming out of your nose. You know, it's probably gonna look gross. And if it's looking gross for you, you're probably on the right path. All right.
Yeah.
Good luck.